What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and today we have 4.25 patch notes. We're going to just read through these. We're going to, just kind of digest the information as it comes up, and I'm going to give my thoughts on the notes as well. So if you're at home, grab some coffee or whatever you prefer to drink. Let's do this thing. Alright, so jumping in first, they have the table of contents and pretty much kind of the standard fare. So if this is your first patch notes reading, 2.x, 3.x, 4.x, all that represents is what expansion you need to have installed and registered for this to take effect for you or to benefit you in this way. So playable content, we have quests. This is for 4.x. So new side story quests have been added. So you have Hildebrand, and they tell you where it starts. The life imitates art. Life imitates art, imitates life. Disciple War level 70 in Kugane. Of Wolves and Gentlemen, Disciples of War, Magic level 70. So it looks like you'll get two little quests in that series. Then we have the Forbidden Land of Eureka. This is what a lot of people have obviously been very excited about. And the quest is called And We Should Call It Yurika, and it starts in Rogler's Reach. So talk to Giliana, and you should be able to kind of move forward and go from there. So for housing, new furnishings have been added. So for those of you who are excited about that, awesome. And then obviously we have the battle system. And this is really where I think the notes are going to dive into the details of the Forbidden Land Eureka Animos has been added. The Forbidden Land of Eureka is an instance area that up to 144 players can explore simultaneously, contend with raging ethereal energies, and strengthen Eureka weapons and gear in order to progress through this untamed land. Read on and prepare to delve into the myriad of mysteries waiting for you and your fellow adventurers. So it's okay. So we have it confirmed here that it's obviously level 70 now. I was kind of hoping that it could be used as leveling content, but let's keep going. So requirements: we shall call it Eureka. So to get in, you have to use the quest. Entering the Forbidden Land of Eureka, players can enter the Forbidden Land by speaking to the NPC Rodney in Kugane. If entering as a party, the leader must speak to the NPC. Party play. Unlike other instance areas, Eureka allows for party functions such as inviting party members, disbanding, and leaving the party without exiting Eureka. You may use the adventurer list to seek out players close to elemental level to form parties and explore Eureka together. It is also possible to change the online status to looking for party. And this has actually been in the game for a long time. It just never has really been needed. So you can actually set your status to looking for party, and you're going to have this little icon, which is going to help designate that you are actually looking to party up. And so that we can also change our class and job, and you can do so at Port Surgate. So that's really cool, and one of the things like within any instance content we've been asking for a while, but obviously this is just for Eureka. Riding mounts. Initially, you will not be able to ride mounts in Eureka. However, fulfilling certain requirements and completing specific quests will grant you the ability to ride mounts. In Eureka, a character's capabilities are largely determined by their elemental level, but your item level is going to be synced to 300. Players begin at elemental level 1 and can reach level 20. Any elemental levels earned will carry over to subsequent forays into Eureka. So I'm wondering, okay, so your level is going to be persistent. I guess that's what they're trying to say there. I was like, wait, after level 20 you can, nope. Elemental experience points. By defeating enemies in Eureka grants elemental experience points, which raise your elemental level. The amount of experience points earned varies according to factors such as the number of party members and the difference in elemental level of the enemy and the player. So it has its own little experience bar. So for being KO'd, elemental experience points are lost when KO'd at elemental level 6 or higher. This can be prevented if the player is resurrected before a certain amount of time has passed. Past level 11 or higher, elemental level will decrease if elemental experience points falls below 0 as a result of being KO'd. So the Magicka board and Magicite. The Magicka board enhances elemental affinities and gives you advantages against enemies in Eureka. The Magicka board is divided in 6 sections, each represent a different element. Melding Magicite in the board will enhance the player's affinity of the given element, and Magicite is earned by progressing through Eureka's story. Magicite can be repositioned or reset at the Magicka Melder in Port Surgate. Kugane Surgate, got it. Although the Magicka Mender can only be used in Port Surgate, the Magicka board can be spun and adjusted the elemental affinity anywhere in Yurika. It is possible to spin the board using text commands. Each spin of the board consumes 1 unit of Aether. This gradually fills over time and can be completely restored by accessing the board, or excuse me, the melter. The Forbidden Lands Enemy Affinity. Enemies encountered in the Forbidden Lands of Eureka are imbued with powers of particular elemental affinity. To overcome these enemies, players must use the board in conjunction with the Magicite to strengthen their own affinities. The affinity of enemies is indicated on the icon on the left of the player display names. So you can see there is representing water. And so here's the elemental affinity chart for the weaknesses. So wind is strong against fire, which is strong against ice, which is strong against wind. And then lightning is strong against water, which is strong against earth, which is strong against lightning. Increasing one's affinity to the given element will increase the damage dealt to certain enemies, while it will also reduce damage received from others. For example, if you wish to deal more damage to an enemy aspected to fire, you should strengthen your affinity to wind. However, should you wish to suffer less damage from the same enemy, you must strengthen your affinity to fire. Elemental affinity is changed via the board melter, or by spinning the board to make adjustments while on the field. Yurika weapons and gear. This is what I think a lot of people have just been dying for. When defeating enemies, players will occasionally obtain protein crystals, which can be used to enhance Yurika gear by speaking to Geralt in Yurika. Specific items are required to enhance gear. The quantity and frequency of which these protein crystals can be obtained will increase with the elemental level of enemies, the greatest yields coming from those at level 20 or above. XP chains. Upon defeating an enemy, you will have a limited window in which that you may attempt to defeat another. If successful, they will initiate an XP chain. The chain will end once it reaches 30. XP chains cannot be initiated or extended by defeating enemies whose elemental level is lower than your own. Defeating or subsequent enemies while XP chain is active will earn additional elemental XP, and this will also increase the drop rate and quantity of rewards. That's awesome, and I like that it's going to show you that. Chain 10, treasure chest up right there. Notorious Monsters. Players may encounter specifically powerful enemies called Notorious Monsters, who would engage them are to be advised to seek aid from other adventurers. Defeating Notorious Monsters yields a great deal of elemental XP, as well as a variety of rewards. The drop rate of the blissful, and now, the drop rate of the blissful Kami 5 and the revealing Kami 5 has been increased. Moreover, players can now obtain these items in exchange for totems by speaking with, Eshka in Rogor's Reach. So you can see the items attained and the totems. It looks like it's 99 for those turn-ins. So I'm guessing that's obviously the the mount for the two. We got why am I drawing a blank? Anyway, Lakshmi and Lord of the Revel. I don't know why I cannot remember his name. Alright, looks like so we got some PvP actions adjusted. So Requisite, looks like it's being nerfed from 50% to 25% in PvP. Clemency is also getting a nerf, 3000 to 2500 potency. Warrior Onslaught is getting buffed, 500 to 750. And then the recast time is being reduced. Monk, the Forbidden Chakra is being debuffed there, but Wind Tackle and Riddle of the Wind is being increased from 500 to 750. Dragoon's Jump, TP cost is increased to 350. Ninja, the effect of this skill has been reduced from 5 to 3 seconds, and the effect of Hidden has been reduced from 15 to 10 seconds. A lot of nerfs seem to be going out. Wildfire, damage completed from attacks has been reduced from 50% to 33%. Let's see here, Energy Drain potency has been reduced from 1000 to 750. White Mage, Regen, the effect duration has been increased from 15 to 18 seconds. Protect damage reduction has been increased from 20 to 25%. And Astrologian, the Essential Dignity, potency has been reduced to 1500. Increase the maximum potency has changed from 300 to 400%. And then Season 7, the feast will begin. And so Season 7 starts pretty much now. So that is the patch notes. They don't have the dev blog posted in English, but we do see the reward for Season 7 of the feast. It looks like we're going to be getting that awesome mount and the the trophy there. But there is a lot of really cool stuff. I'm going to be checking out Kugane today. We'll be live this afternoon playing Yurika and giving our thoughts on it, as well as doing some follow-up videos as well. Guys, for Work to Game, my name is Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. We hope you have a fantastic day. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to check out any other videos, you should click over here. And then we've got like some kind of vlog thing down here in the corner. And then we've got like subscribe. Yeah, like that's really, you should totally do it. This was a complete disaster.